Hey guys, welcome to another video. I'm currently waiting for parts to come in for my Cummins over there, so I figured I'd give you a toolbox tour of my U.S. General 30-inch 5-drawer tool cart from Harbor Freight. And as you can see, on top is where I keep all my sockets here. All the sockets here came in one kit. It's a Tecton 1/2-inch drive kit that I got off of Amazon. It literally has everything that you'll ever need in a 1/2-inch drive. It even comes with a ratchet, a breaker bar, and a couple extensions. Here's the breaker bar it came with. It's pretty nice. And then this is a ratchet. I believe it's a 72 tooth ratchet, and it's pretty good. I've used it quite a bit. And what I like about this kit is it's a complete kit. It has everything up from 10 millimeter to 33 millimeter, and then everything from 3/8 all the way up to 1 inch and 5/16. Everything is a 6-point socket, so you will never ever have to worry about stripping a bolt or a nut. So it's basically every socket you'll ever need. It doesn't skip nothing, and that's what I really like about this kit. So moving over here, we got my 3/8 inch drive set from Gear Wrench, and this is a really nice set. It kind of has everything in 6-point up to 1 inch on the standard side, and then up to 19 millimeter on the metric side, both shallow and deep well. What I really like about Gear Wrench is their ratchets. This is an 84 tooth ratchet. So you need very little swing arc to actually use these ratchets, which is really nice in tight spaces. And then moving on over here, I got all my flathead screwdrivers. This is a Pittsburgh set, pretty cheap, but it works great. Back here, I got a really long extension for a 1/2-inch drive. Then I got my breaker bar, and then 2 1/2-inch ratchets. Over here, I got all my Phillips head screwdrivers. And as you can see, I have spaces to put some more stuff. I haven't quite filled the box yet. And then I got some needle bars here. And I got this magnet here, just in case I drop something in an engine bay or, need a magnet for something. Also in my 3/8 inch drive, I got this Pittsburgh flex head ratchet. I've had to use this once, and I don't think I could have been without it that day. You might use it once a year, but when you do use it, it's definitely worth it. And then this is just another, I think it's a Cobalt 3/8 inch drive ratchet. This one's pretty decent too. Then I just have a little 3/8 inch breaker bar. Don't really use it that much, but it's there if I need it. Then I got a long 3/8 inch extension. So that's basically the top of my box. As you can see, there's plenty of room. And it was just basically 2 socket kits that I picked up, and I got this whole top full, which is nice. It's nice to have matching sockets, everything the same, and I really like 6 points. There's a few times where you do need a 12-point, especially for like 12-point bolts. I usually run in those quite often when I'm working on my Dodges, but I do have more sockets. This is just the box I wheel around from project to project that contains 90% of the tools that I need to work on a certain vehicle or project. And also with this, I opted to get the side folding tray. This is a super nice add-on. It gives you a lot more space to set stuff on. And it was pretty cheap add-on. I think it was like 20 bucks or something like that. All right, moving on, we'll go to the first drawer here. And this is where I keep all my 1/4 inch drive stuff. This is my 1/4 inch drive Gear Wrench kit. Gear Wrench has really outdone themselves with their ratchets. This is a 120 XP. Just listen how fine that is. I mean, you barely have to move it and it'll engage. It has everything from 4 millimeter up to 15 millimeter, both deep well and shallow, all 6-point. You got 2 extensions here, a universal joint, and on the standard side it goes from 3/16 all the way up to 9/16. Again, both deep well and shallow. And this kit has basically everything you would ever want in a 1/4 inch drive kit. There's a really wide range of sizes, and I haven't really found myself wishing that they would have included something else. Even in their metric, I mean, they're doing a 5.5, and that's pretty uncommon. I know there's some 6.5s and some other weird sizes, but you'll never use that. I never even use the 5.5, but it's nice that they have that option in there. And then this thing's kind of cool. It's like a little palm ratchet. I don't really use it that much, but I guess it's handy if a guy needed it. You basically just put an extension on it and then a socket on the extension, and then you can just ratchet it with your palm. Pretty cool idea. This gear wrench kit is awesome. Like I said, the 120 XP ratchets are an awesome lineup, and I'm actually gonna have to go and buy the 3/8 inch drive and the 1/2 inch drive 120 XPs, because those things just blow my mind. I thought a 84 tooth gear wrench was good, but imagine it being a 120 on a bigger drive. I mean, there won't be a nut or bolt that you wouldn't be able to get. And then on the sides here, I just got a bunch of extensions. Some are 3/8 inch drive extensions. I got a lot of universal joints in here and some universal sockets. And then I got my adapters here. And moving on here, we'll go to the drawer beneath it. And this is where I keep all my hand tools. I got my needle nose, I got just my regular pliers, my side cutters, wire strippers, another wire stripper here. I got my crimpers, so just basically hand tools and stuff. A lot of this stuff I got from Harbor Freight. I ordered these on Amazon. These are really nice. I do a lot of wiring and stuff, so. And we'll move over to the drawer to the right of it here, this deeper drawer. And this is just kind of a junk drawer for me right now. I was gonna use it for some nut drivers, but I hardly ever use nut drivers. What I really like to use this drawer for would be some M12 Milwaukee ratchets and some impacts. I think those would be super handy to have. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet on them, but I'm thinking I'm going to soon, especially some of the stuff I've been doing. I just keep thinking to myself how nice a electric ratchet would be, or a little electric impact. It just speeds up everything, and it kind of beats, you know, just using your regular hand tools when you have the, you know, the room to use an electric ratchet and get that nut or bolt off real fast. So that's what that drawer is going to be. And we're moving on. We got the first wide drawer. And this is where I like to keep all my ratcheting wrenches. This is a Craftsman set. It's got everything from 6mm up to 18. And then on the standard side, I got 1/4 inch all the way up to 3/4. And there's a lot of different ratchet wrench sets out there. If I didn't do the Craftsman, I definitely would have got the gear wrench set. I've been looking at one online, and it's got all, like, you know, your standard ratchet wrenches like this. But they also have a bunch of stubby ratchet wrenches, which I think would be really handy. And then over here, I got some metric flex head ratchet wrenches. This is just a Pittsburgh brand, but when you have to use these, they are really handy. It's one of those tools you don't need often, but when you do need it, you're thanking yourself for getting it. And then down here, I just got some small little micro wrenches. They're handy for, you know, working on small things, I guess. I haven't used them that much. That's what these are here in the middle too, just some of these little guys. But they're handy if you ever do need them. And then I just got some Allen wrenches here. And then right here, I just got some extra ratchet wrenches. These are all gear wrench. They're pretty nice. I mean, I'd honestly say the gear wrenches feel a little bit better than the Craftsman, but I do like these Craftsman a lot. So we'll move on to the last drawer. This one's a little deeper, as you can see. So in this drawer, I just keep all my box wrenches and stuff. And then I got some stubby wrenches here. Really handy if you need to get something in a tight spot. And then also these S wrenches. I got these in metric because when I'm working on my Dodges, there's some nuts and bolts that are just tricky as hell to get. And I've had to use these quite a few times. One job that sticks out to me the most that I've actually bought these for was for when I was rebuilding my vacuum pump on my Cummins. One of the bolts was near impossible to get without one of these. So that's basically the reason why I bought them in the first place, but I've had to use them a few times and pretty thankful that I got them. And then on the bottom, I'll show you. In this kit, I have all my electrical stuff. And it's two-sided. So yeah, pretty handy little deal here to keep all my electrical stuff in. Stanley Store Master is what it is. I think I actually ordered that off Amazon too. Pretty cheap, but really nice for storing a lot of small parts and stuff, and works great for my electrical connectors. And then I'll show you this box next that I keep under the cart. This is what I call my ground box. I call it my ground box because whenever I'm working underneath my pickups or any vehicle, I'll take this and I'll put this on the ground so I'm not constantly getting up and coming to the box to get, you know, a different size socket or wrench. I have everything that I need under the pickup so I can just stay down there and not have to get up a million times to, you know, find the right size of wrench or socket or whatever. So it's a Husky kit. The ratchets are actually pretty nice. I think I only paid like $100 for this kit. It's got wrenches in it, then it's got a screwdriver here, all the attachments, and then it also has a nut driver attachment for the screwdriver, which is nice too. 3/8 inch deep well sockets here. This kit does kind of skip sizes, like it doesn't have any 16 stuff, but I think 5/8 is like generally close to it, so I think that's why most kits don't include everything, but I'm kind of picky and I like to have the right size for the right piece of hardware. But it's a nice kit, like I said. I mean, I put this underneath a vehicle and I rarely have to get up and grab something different. So that's my ground box. And as for the cart itself, I really like this cart. It's built pretty damn well. I mean, there's locking tabs. There it is, to open each drawer, and the drawers feel nice and well built. They don't feel cheap by any means, and you actually can store quite a few tools in here. Everything I have in this box is basically 90% of the tools I need to work on something, which is, I mean, it's handy, you know, and it's so portable. You can just move this thing around effortlessly around the shop. It's very, very portable, and that's what I like. I like to have, you know, 1 or 2 projects going on in the shop. If I got to work on the white one back there, and I've been working on this one, I just basically rolled over there and I'm already working. I don't have to go back to the workbench a million times to get what I need. So it's really nice for that. All right, guys, so thank you for watching my tool cart tour on my U.S. General tool cart from Harbor Freight. I'll leave links in the descriptions of everything I got in here so you guys can go ahead and check them out. Really give Gear Wrench a check too, because their wrenches, I mean, their quality is awesome. I really like them, especially for a weekend warrior like myself. And then once again, this Tecton set, I bought it and I don't think I'll ever need to buy another 1/2 inch chrome socket ever again. So hopefully my parts come in quick because I'm kind of getting impatient. So until then, we'll see you next time.